All right, we are live on YouTube. We are live on TikTok. Welcome everybody to the 97th minute podcast. I am your one of your co-hosts, the corner flag. I'm here joined with my other co-host, the one and only, the lovely, the Durban Knight himself. Sing on the cough.
How's it, guys? How's it, guys? Really, really glad to be here again for another episode of the 97th minute. Can't wait. We've got a big, big game, the game, as I should say, that every supporter, whoever you support, waits for to watch Liverpool clash with Manchester United. It's been an episode I've been really, really looking forward to do. So, yeah, let's unpack Mr. Corner Flag, get through this. What do you have to say?
What do I have to say? Listen, this is the game we bounce back. This is the game Liverpool Football Club do a title charge once again. I honestly think there's certain games in the calendar, right, that form literally goes out the window. Liverpool obviously lose 3 games in a row, and now we have to versus Manchester United.
Yep,
I don't think that 3 games in a row means anything for this fixture, so
yep.
I'm quite confident. How are you feeling heading into it?
Um, I believe, as I said before in our previous episode, the international break came at the perfect. Never asked for a better time. Three away games, three losses. To bounce back at Anfield against Manchester United would be the best way possible. Number one, for the team, for the club, for the fans, and also for the morale and literally lifting up the confidence of our players. I mean, if Liverpool go ahead and get the first goal in that game, you can just imagine how Anfield will erupt. The players will feel themselves again because we've been battling to score. We've been conceding in the last minute as well of games. It's been very, very demotivating for us. Every time we score, like we did against Chelsea, we lose right at the end. So we really need that motivation again. As I said, having three away games did not help. So having the international break now and to play Manchester United after it, that too at Anfield, plays a massive, massive role for the confidence for our team. And we'll touch on later in the episode about how they've been doing in the international stage. But yeah, I mean, you couldn't have asked for a better fixture for Liverpool to come back. And I think the players are looking forward to it as well because they know how important this is.
Yeah, yeah, no, 100%. Okay, so this is a game, right, where obviously Liverpool, um, have we figured our system out yet? I think that some questions we might get answers to. Arne
Mm.
Slot, obviously, he was doing well against Chelsea. He did revert back to his traditional 4-3-3. He stuck to a team that he was familiar with, playing Gravenberg, McAllister, and Soboslai. And then I guess it just still never really clicked for certain players. We had Kirkes that struggled a bit against Chelsea, and then Robertson, who was a substitute, was caught sleeping at the back, and that's how we ended up conceding as well. So there's still certain individuals that aren't really carrying their weight. But do you think this is a game now where Liverpool could potentially still play that 4-3-3? Do you think Arne Slot changes it up? What's I'm going to jump straight into a predicted starting 11 one time. So you can give me that answer and give me your starting 11, your predicted starting 11.
Look, looking at Liverpool right now and the way we are playing, I think Arne Slot probably has taken this time to assess what went wrong in the last three games and how we played. I believe that just to touch on the Chelsea game, the substitutions were horrendous. Being 1-1 and bringing Endo on and taking Gravenberch and playing him as a centre back when he was supposed to be given the license to roam forward. And we've seen him score goals running forward and giving assists already this season. Literally just diminished his pure potential of what he could do, especially when the game was 1-1. And it didn't help with Endo coming on because he also was caught sleeping where Cucurella passed him and smashed it across goal for the Stavio to score. So when I look at it in that way, the substitutions were completely wrong. As I said, Chiesa and Frimpong, I'm not sure what Chiesa has done to Arne Slot that he just is not able to play or come on. Um, but I do believe that, and again, I'll touch on the international because a lot of our players performed in the international break. So I hope Arne Slot also looked at that, whether they were scoring goals, getting assists, winning games for their country. They had a successful international break thus far and no injuries as well. Just to touch on that with Gravenberch, he said it was a precautionary for him not to play or to be taken off or so. They said there was no injuries there and he'll be returning to the Liverpool camp. Um, so my starting 11 for this would be, and this is based off um, the last three games and what I've seen. Obviously, Arne Slot might switch it up now because of maybe what he's seen in the international break. So for me, I would play a team that has pace against Manchester United 100%.
Yeah,
And I will start off, obviously, Mamadishvili playing as our goalkeeper. Allison is still injured. Right back, I'm going to Frimpong. I'm going straight to Frimpong in the right back now. I think he deserves to play. I think he has to play. He's been playing for, if I'm not mistaken, for Netherlands. He did play, and he needs to play. He needs to. So I would put
yeah,
Frimpong now as our right back. We bought him. We need to play him. He's got pace. He can be a winger. He needs to play. Centre backs, it's you can't really change much there right now. Van Dijk scored a goal. Um, Van Dijk
so
scored a
yeah,
Van Dijk
I'll keep
scored a
it.
goal
Yeah,
um, for Netherlands as well. So maybe he can help him a bit in his form. Van Dijk, Konate again. Konate, they said I don't think he's injured. From what I read, I think he did come off, but I think they're still assessing. So I would say Konate, but if not Konate, it would have to be Joe Gomez because I don't think he's injured at the moment.
yeah. Joe
And in
Gomez
a
is
way
fit.
that and in a way that might help because it might change it now for the centre back partnership. And Joe Gomez has a big chance again to reclaim that spot, give Konati something to think about. Left back for this, I would play Kakez. I would still play Kakez for this game. I would maybe bring Andy Robertson on. I do know that we said he was caught sleeping for the goal against Chelsea, but then at the end of the game, they also showed that he had a problem, I think, with his knee, or he was just, not doing that great.
Yeah,
It is a debate between them because then Robertson did play then for Scotland and they did win, and they're doing really well. So it's a debate between them, but I think maybe I just start Kirkes again because of the energy he has and bring Robertson on for the experience if we need to try and tie this game off and hope he can do better than what he did against Chelsea. Um, in the midfield itself, I would still play Florian versus our cam. I think he still has to play. You cannot drop him right now. You've been hearing so much talk about him from Jurgen Klopp, the manager himself, the Germany manager, about, and Jurgen Klopp obviously speaking about the talent that Florian Wirtz is. I think he said once in a century or something like that, or decade, or I can't remember. But look, he spoke really well about Florian Wirtz.
century. Yeah,
Um, and in the midfield, partnering with Florian Wirtz, I would have to play Soboslai and Gravenberch. I still don't feel McAllister is like fully ready to play or to start for Liverpool. I think it might be better for him to come off the bench again, like how we did against Chelsea. I would play Soboslai and McAllister only because they have been playing more regularly. And against United, who always turn up at Anfield, we need legs. And McAllister right now does not have legs. So
yeah.
I would
McAllister
play,
has no legs, bro. I don't know
yeah,
what it is, but this season he just hasn't gotten up and running.
Yeah, he just wants to play more of a casual football, and I know the game is probably going to be rough against United. So playing Soboslai and Gravenberch would be much better. And then with the front three, Mo Salah definitely on the right hand side for me to play, Cody Gakpo on the left hand side, and I would start Ekitike. I wouldn't start
Yeah,
Isak.
yeah,
I would start Ekitike because I feel that Ekitike right now is playing better than Isak. I mean, Sweden played, I'm not sure of who they lost to, but they played Isak and Gokeres up front, couldn't score a goal. Lost one now. So I don't
yeah.
think the form is there right now for Isak, but Ekitike, he did get that touch for Mbappe's amazing goal for France. But Ekitike right now is just looking more sharp, more clinical, and I would start it. I would start it. That would probably be my starting 11 versus United. Again, as I said, you don't even think about. I heard the news about Salah. You don't drop Salah. Look at what he did for Egypt. Bang, 2 goals in. Um, so he's back. 2 goals or 1 goal, I think. But they need to all bring that
Two goals.
form into this match. But yeah, what's your take in your starting 11 for this game against United?
Yeah, United, United, United. What you call it? I think. Okay, so my starting 11, I think, will be very similar to yours. Mama Dashvili, obviously, in goal.
Yep.
I would start Jeremy from Bong for sure. I think United might be a bit more defensive. Just the way Amorim is set up with that formation. So you would
Yeah.
need your wingers to be able to create and stretch United as well. So I would start from Pong. I would also love a Joe Gomez Van Dijk partnership once again. Um,
Yep.
and I think Konate, yeah, just the fact that he did come back injured, like don't risk it.
Mm.
United is a big game, don't risk it. So yeah, I would put Gomez with Van Dijk, and then I think you have to keep on playing Kirkes, unfortunately. But remember, Robertson
Yep.
realistically was going to leave Liverpool in the beginning of the season. Atletico
Yeah.
Madrid
To
did
Atletico
give an
Madrid.
offer on
Yeah.
the table. Yeah. So realistically, Robertson sacrificed. a season to he knew already in the beginning he was going to sit bench and he was going to try and
Mm,
nurture Kirkes into the starting 11. So
mm.
that's why I think Kirkes you have to just start him and play him until he figures it out. So I would give Kirkes another
Yeah.
opportunity, and then he's a terminal driving his car there.
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
I should call it. Yeah, I could hear the audio. The
Mm,
rumors. My ears are vibrating here. But yeah, what I was gonna
yeah.
say. But yeah, I think the the midfield three. I'll go for Gravenberg in the six, obviously. Soboslai, you need him as well. You definitely need Soboslai.
Yeah, yeah,
I want the midfield partnership, and you know what? It's so weird saying this because Loki McAllister is the one getting dropped. I want the midfield partnership of Soboslai and Wirtz. Like I feel like
yeah,
Gravenberg, Soboslai, Wirtz. That's a very very balanced midfield three.
yeah,
You need that midfield three if you want to be able to dominate games, and that means
yeah.
McAllister gets dropped. And right now, it's fair. It's fair to drop McAllister. So
It's a
drop
good
him.
problem to have, but yeah, it's fair.
Yeah. So I think that would be my midfield three, my most ideal midfield three. Salah,
Yeah,
don't I realized also people calling for Salah to be dropped. I was one of them. Um, Liverpool have a lot more issues than Salah starting, in my opinion. Like
yeah,
Salah is
yeah.
still very dangerous, like you said. Now he's scored 2 goals for
And
Egypt
we
and
and we
everything.
know how many goals he scores against Manchester
Like
United. We don't need to remind them. From not being
I
able to
think
score one, I think that's a team he scores the most against now.
yeah, no, it is, and I think he literally accumulated these most yellow cards in his career by taking his shirt off, celebrating United goals.
Definitely. Against
So,
United
so,
goal, yeah, definitely.
so it just shows that, like United, and you know what, I did something, call it Murphy's law. I took Salah out of my FPL. Watch him score a hat trick now. I did a
Rookie move, but
sacrifice
okay.
for the greater good. For the greater good, no,
Okay.
he'll score. That's why I took him out of my
Oh, okay.
FPL. For that reason. So I think Salah right wing for sure.
Yeah.
I think left wing Cody Gakpo for sure, especially after he scored those 2 goals for the Netherlands. What a banger, by the way, one of them. And then yeah, I think he'll start Isak. In all honesty, like I wouldn't mind Akitike starting, but similarly to Kirkes, I'm saying you're gonna have to start Isak because you already had Akitike that was doing so well, and you're still pushing Isak, making him the Premier League like record signing.
Mm.
Like you wouldn't do that if you ain't going to start him and you ain't going to try and force him into the team. So I think Isak
Yeah.
is fit. He'll always start for Liverpool. So I think that will be my starting 11.
Okay. Similar. Well, same thing except Isak, obviously, and Ikitike alternation there.
Yeah,
Look, it is something that we're gonna have to see how it goes. Slot could surprise us. He literally could surprise us because we don't know what he's analyzing and what he is looking at. Mr. Rishant Isak and Ikitike needs to
how's
start.
this for an option? Though? How's that for an option? I sorry, I just brought it up because I saw it there.
Yeah, yeah. Look, I would love Isak and Ikitike to start together. I would. Um, but I don't know. Slot doesn't look that type to take that risk. He looks that type that takes the risk in the 90 something minute. The only time I saw him throw the kitchen sink was when we were losing the cup final to Newcastle, and then he brought on Chiesa. He left all the attackers on and everything like that. So, I mean, you look at that, and I would love Isak and Ekitike. The fans are asking for it as well. I mean, we could play a 4-4-2, literally, and run it. It would be crazy, but it almost might be a 4-2-4, where you'd end up playing Gravenberch and Soboslai, Gravenberch and Wirtz in the midfield. And then you
Yeah,
got Salah on one side, Gakpo on one side, Isak and Ekitike. But I would love that, but I just don't see Slot doing that because he just loves to control the ball so much. And yeah, I mean, I would love it. I really would. I would like to see it happen. I don't know when it'll happen. I think it might happen in a case of while a game is happening where Isak starts and then maybe we take off Gakpo and we bring on Ekitike. And then you
yeah,
end up seeing both of them on the pitch together playing. So I don't know. We saw how Isak played with Gokeres and that did not work. They couldn't score a goal and they lost 1-0. So I don't know if Isak or Ekitike's strengths are to play with another striker up front together. I don't know when last I saw Liverpool play with two strikers up front together, even when probably started Suarez. But
yeah.
even then,
No,
we played SAS with.
I was just gonna say, I think
Yeah.
I think Ekitike kind of had like a partnership with Omar Mamouche at Frankfurt. So
Yeah.
he would have more experience, I guess. But Isak definitely was a lone striker at Newcastle.
Yeah. So look, it is something to consider and think about. But I think for me, I would really like to know what Slot is cooking. I really would. I don't know if he's gonna completely change the whole perception and go play Verts on the left wing, and then Verts, Isak, Salah, and then he ends up playing with four midfielders altogether, three in the mid, and then Verts on the wing. I don't like Verts on the wing. I prefer him in that complete cam position. I do think him and Ekitike or him and Isak can really, really cause damage. But even in the game for Germany, beautiful pass from Florian Wirtz. Adiami was open 1v1 must. Nobody wants to give Florian Wirtz a GA. Nobody wants to give
Genuine, bro.
Wirtz.
And
It's
you know,
it's so
his whole
disappointing.
compilation.
Salah's been
His entire
missing.
compilation.
Yeah, I mean Salah's been missing. They missed in the club country. It's um it's very annoying. Very, very annoying to see that happen to him. But
Yeah.
look, what is your opinion on Amram Ball and what do you think Manchester United's perspective will be coming to Anfield? I know that form goes out the window for this completely. No matter what happens, no matter how bad they're doing, they always end up turning up against Liverpool. Last season, we literally were doing so well. And if I'm not mistaken, it was last season where we drew, or was it the season before
Yeah,
where
I mean, we haven't won them since the
we
7
drew?
0 at Anfield.
Yeah, and I mean we drew, and Martinez had scored, and then we had to come right back with Cody Gakpo scoring, and Harry Maguire could have
Yeah.
won the game. They could have won the game at Anfield. They could have won the game.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
game plan worked the way they played, and they could have won the game. Cody Gakpo had to come and save us. It was very frustrating to obviously see that because we were overconfident that we are just going to knock them out the park. But them coming to Anfield now on the back of a win, 2-0 win against Sunderland, I believe that the international break for them came at the worst time because they finally won a game after a while.
Yeah, yeah.
But what's your thoughts on United coming to Anfield, and how do you think they'd be looking at it?
I mean, if you look at United as well, right? Like they had quite a tough start to the season as well. You know, they versed
Yeah, yeah,
Arsenal,
yeah,
City, Chelsea. If I'm not mistaken, did they verse Chelsea? I think they did.
yeah. They beat them 2-1 at the end.
Yeah. So I mean,
The red cards
you look at
flying
the people.
everywhere there.
Oh yes, yes, yes. Now I remember. So you look at the people that United versed, the teams that United versed, and you look at where they are on the table. Also, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Some of the performances were quite good as well. Like the Arsenal
Yeah.
game, first game of the season, I would say United probably deserved to win
Mm,
that one. They ended up losing it.
mm.
So Amarim Ball is looking kind of stable. I think if you add the likes of Lissandro Martinez and them back into the team, they have a lot of injuries also. So if you bring them back into the team, you allow Bruno Fernandes to probably be a bit more in the 10 role, then United do look like they could be more of a problem. But for now, the team that will be coming to Liverpool, where Bruno might be sitting a bit deeper. You got Lissandro Martinez who's still injured. I don't think he'll be fit
Yeah.
for this game. I know he's in
No,
training and stuff.
they've been playing a back three of I think De Ligt, Lenny Yoro, Harry Maguire off and on. It's been that's like just how they've been playing. And yeah, De Ligt,
Yeah,
sometimes Luke Shaw is their centre back. Luke
I
Shaw,
look
De
sure
Ligt,
actually.
and Lenny Yoro, and then yeah, that 3-5-2 formation, obviously, or 3-4-2-1, should I say, is something that Amberom is forcing, obviously, on them, whether they
Was it? But
win,
it's
whether
not
they
bad.
lose.
It's not the worst
It's
system.
not bad. It's as we said 100 times. Crystal Palace, they've done it. They've shown us how they can do it brilliantly.
Yeah.
Um, but for United, it's hot and cold. They played it against Manchester City. They went to City's home and they got thrashed 3-0. The back three was so high up the line. It only took one person, Erling Haaland, to run right through, and there was a good through ball given to him. Now you look at Liverpool's attack, having Isak, having Ekitike, having Florian Wirtz, having Mo Salah. How can we not take advantage of that? And they play such a high line anyway. I mean, they went away
Yeah.
to Brentford, they got lost 3-1. They went away to City, they lost 3-0. They did beat Chelsea, but that game was like obviously red cards here, there. It was crazy. It was just poor tactician from Chelsea that had no idea what was happening. They did play Sunderland. They made a debut for their new goalkeeper that they had,
Oh
that
man.
Lamens or something. Yeah, he was man of the match, I think, for them. They ended up getting a clean sheet. Um, so that's why I say it was the worst time for them to come to international break because they just won a game. And before
Yeah.
that, if you're looking at their form, it was off and on. They beat Burnley, they lost to City. They beat Chelsea, they lost to Brentford. So it was win one, lose one.
That's I'm
Um,
happy. I'm happy they won their last game then.
oh yeah, I
It's working
think
out perfect.
yeah. So look, there is as much as Liverpool. Yes, we're second on the log, and they are 10th or so. Um, Form just goes out the window because right now,
Yeah. It's
if you
down,
look
man.
at the stats, they won their last game. We lost our last three. So
Yeah.
but we did obviously play away, and all three. And I
Liverpool
think
probably
that
haven't played at Anfield in like over a month, by the way.
yeah, that's why I
So their
said
away games and
after our first loss to Crystal Palace, I wished that we had a home game in between. But it was away to Palace, Selhurst Park, then Galatasaray, then Stamford Bridge. Not easy at all. So I do believe that we've got something to work on with Slot in the team,
yeah,
and they've got something to work on in trying to get consistency as well. So it's not like Liverpool are a neutral fan will be like Liverpool are favorites, 100% favorites. You need to smash them at Anfield. This is it. But I don't see it in that way. I see it as Liverpool more than beating United need to wake up and actually play the football that we know how to play. Because if our team can go to international break and play well and perform, I mean, why are you not doing it now for the actual club who overall probably has a better team?
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, that's
You're right.
that's
You're right.
uh,
You're
that's
right.
my perspective on it.
My another question I'd like to throw then at you is the fact that Konate has definitely struggled this season, right?
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't say Van Dijk has been also invincible. He's also had
Mm.
one or two tough games so far this season,
Yeah.
and Benjamin Sesko is on fire right now for United. So
Yeah.
how do you think that matchup will be? A tall, physical, clinical striker in
Yeah.
Benjamin Sesko
Yeah.
and against
Yeah.
a tricky
Look,
Liverpool defense right now.
yeah, look, he's played 7 games for them. He scored 2 goals. But the thing for me is, okay, yes, he scored against Sunderland. It was a good one. But when he played the other game and he had obviously not scored, then I mean, sorry, he did score in the game before. It was a scrappy goal. It was a scrappy goal against Brentford. I think it was that he got that goal. I still think he's trying to find his way and settling in. Obviously, with them, they played their triangle of in the last game, Mount and BMO and Sesko. But I still believe that they play in a way where they don't know yet who is their best attacker or how to play in terms of attack properly, because it was Mount, then it was Mbemo and Sesko, then it wasn't Mount and it was Mateus Cunha and Mbemo and Sesko playing. So I still believe that they are trying really hard to get that stability both in attack and both in defense as well, because in defense they've been conceding a lot. And just like Slot right now, who's been mixing it up in the midfield and things, they've also been trying to mix it up to try and find out what they can do. Plus, in the goalkeeper situation, 1 minute is Bayandit, then it was Onana, now it is Lamen. So I'm
Three
not
keepers
going to say
there is insane.
I'm not going to say I'm afraid of Cisco, because I haven't seen him do enough yet. When you look at teams of like maybe the quality of Liverpool, like Manchester City, I didn't see Cisco. So, as much as Liverpool's defenders right now are not on the greatest of form, I still believe that they should be good enough to handle somebody like him, who also is going to be experiencing Anfield for the first time, which is not easy for players when they come through.
And I have a feeling Anfield will be bouncing a lot more than usual
Yeah,
because, like
I
I said,
think I think Anfield will be roaring for so many reasons. Number one, the
yeah,
losses that we've had. Number two, it's Liverpool United. Number three, we need to start winning again. And number four, not to forget in the title race, Arsenal play before us. So,
yeah,
bec-
it's gonna be a tricky one.
yeah, it's a very, very, very tricky one to look at. I think for Man United right now, I still believe we are the better team by far. Um, Even though we've taken 3 losses, we also have won a lot of games, but we better find proper form, because if we play in the way that we were playing before, United might want to sneak something, and that's the
They
scary
still
part
have
of it.
quality. They still have quality
They
on the
have
field.
quality,
So,
100%.
and
Bruno
in
Fernandez.
order to really, yeah, I was about to say, in order to really pinpoint their quality, which Manchester United player going off just form from this season alone, which
Yeah,
Manchester United player makes this Liverpool team
right now.
going off form, yeah, from both teams.
Oh, if I have to look at their team right now, look, their attackers are so off and on and things. I would say the only consistent player that's actually good for them is Bruno Fernandez. Bruno
He's the only guy
Fernandez
that's
is the only consistent type of player for them that I see right now. I mean, you look at Mbemo. Mbemo's played 7 games. He's just got a goal, 1 goal and an assist. That's it. Sesko, 7 games, 2 goals. So I can't really go and pick on their attackers and look at it like that. The most
and
consistent player
what
that
about their
probably
left back?
plays
Our
their
left
left
backs have
back.
been ass. Our left backs.
Dalot and Shaw, but I mean, you look at the amount that they have conceded
And
compared
Dogo.
to us.
What about Dogo?
Dogu is good. He is good. He could be a problem for Liverpool as well. But he's much more attacking than defending. He almost plays as like a left winger, left wing back. He's had good shots. He has a high shot power. That guy. I've seen him rocket a few shots in. Um, but I think I would
Similar to
still say
Frimpong
probably
then.
I would still
Frimpong also
yeah
more of
yeah
an attacker than a defender
yeah.
nowadays.
But Frimpong is like not as like how do I say big size and can outmuscle a player like
More,
the
he's
which is
legit more of a winger than a defender.
definitely, definitely. I think look, and just going off Manchester United as well when they had lost the game 3-1 against Brentford, it was the same three except Chunia played and then he obviously got injured, but Mbemo and Sesko were there as well and struggling to try and make it work. I mean, they've been switching up the midfield as well. 1 minute Bruno with Casemiro, then Bruno and Ugarte. So I'm interested to try and see how they would play against Liverpool. I still think he'll play the back three formation again, and that really needs to work to Liverpool's advantage because when people are attacking Man United, they really don't know what to do, and they've been
Yeah,
all over the place. They did have a solid performance against Sunderland, and I'm not disregarding Sunderland or anything like that, but we are not Sunderland, and
yeah,
yeah, they really need to do well. However, speaking about that, Sunderland are above them on the log.
yeah. I think by like 2 points or
Yeah,
something.
Sunderland,
I mean,
Sunderland are
that just shows how early we are still in the season and stuff because United aren't really that far away from like the top five, and I think that's their main objective
yeah,
this season. So I would say United are having quite a decent start to the season from considering where they are meant to be. From finishing
yeah,
15th.
yeah, yeah,
So I think
yeah.
I think they're doing well, and like I said, also the way this game, if just going back to like the managers and the approaches, I think if United are going to stick, which they probably will, to the 3-4-3, would they try and be more possession based? Do you think they'll do like maybe high pressing? I think that
I
formation is very flexible, so you could definitely do a bit of
I
both.
think I think they're gonna look at what the other teams have been doing against Liverpool and how to get a result or how to get a draw or how to do whatever,
The Palace game
because
will
they
be a
come.
perfect one then.
Palace game would be a perfect one for them to look at because they're going to look at Liverpool and be like, let's sit back, let them come at us, literally attack us, do whatever they have to do, and then we try and hit on the counter. I think that's what United will do. I don't see them coming toe to toe to Liverpool because that's when it'll open up for us to really attack them very badly. But then again, it is Liverpool versus United, and they tried to go head to head with City, and you saw what happened, especially for that Erling Haaland goal. I think it was his second one. The whole of the pitch for City was open for Haaland to run at,
Yeah, yeah,
because they went toe to toe with them.
yeah.
So look, I think that they will have a mixture of both. I think they'll sit back at kickoff first, um, because they know that it's Anfield. But I think they will, yeah, really look at the Crystal Palace game and look at how to counter Liverpool and take it from there. But as I said, it's not like Liverpool are playing the same formation and in the same way every game. Slot now it definitely has to change something. So it's not like it's working right now for Liverpool because it's not. We lost 3 games in a row. So something is going to change. Do you
Tell
think?
me, tell me, is anything that's not a win a failure this weekend?
Yes, yes, yes. After losing 3 games in a row and we're coming to Anfield to play Manchester United with having all our new signings fit, no, it's not anything less than a win is a disappointment. We get a draw, the fans are going to be pissed, especially if Arsenal win on Saturday. And you?
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree. I feel like a win is a must. Like you said, for
100%.
more reasons than one. One
Yeah,
to get back into the title race. Another, finally, can we start like getting morale back into this
consistency. Yeah,
into the team? Because yeah, and then some consistency. For me, the performance is very important as well. Let's say we do end up drawing the game, and we are just so unlucky. It's more of a frustration instead of a disappointment. Then maybe it'll be okay still. Like I'd rather be frustrated than disappointed. Disappointed is when you are getting absolutely played out of the park by the opposition team. You
yeah.
you yourself don't show up. You don't create the chances like that. I really hope we don't experience that. I would rather
I,
be frustrated and be like, okay, we should have won the game. We had 4 XG and we ended up drawing still. But obviously, both of those are just like the. It's not what I want. Those aren't the ideal situations. Ideally, I want a 3-1 win.
okay. I think for me, it's more of a state of the players know exactly what we're going through. I think Cody Gakpo came out and spoke a lot about what happened, and it was a setback, and we need to bounce back, and we need to come back. Virgin van Dijk said we just need to stay calm in this moment, take the international break, and we can bounce back. And I believe it. I really do believe it. But I think when I look at the attack and the quality and the players we've bought, what excuse do Liverpool have right now? We're playing at Anfield. We're back after international break. It's like almost was a refresher, and in a way, it was good for Liverpool because our players performed. And just to touch on
Yeah.
that as well, Frimpong actually did not play in the last game for Netherlands. He was on the bench and he was an unused sub. So I'm not really sure what's going on there. I think they played Van der Ven on the left back and they played Dumfries on the right back. So we've got a fresh Gravenberch, I think he didn't play the last game. We got a fresh Frimpong who didn't play or didn't feature at all. Van Dijk was scoring. Cody Gakpo was scoring. Mo Salah scored, I think, one or two goals as well. It's something that's
Mama
really
that really saved
Robertson,
the penalty against Spain. Mama that really is on a high
Mohamed
also.
Ishvili as well. Keller saved Cristiano Ronaldo's penalty, and that was
Yeah,
absolutely
bring that spirit,
crazy. I
bring that
mean,
spirit.
I think the spirit definitely. I mean, you look at it, and yeah, I think Liverpool just really need to wake up, should I say? And this is there is no better game for us to do it than against Manchester United. It's clear as that. I mean, if the players know it, they know it themselves, and we are playing at Anfield. What more can we ask for?
Yeah. Now it's all about just going out there and doing the job. Honestly.
We have to. We have to. I'm so curious to know what Slot is going to be thinking of the lineup after assessing the three losses and also looking at how they played in the international break. Like he needs to look at it and be like, okay, this person's on form, that person's doing really well, this person scored a goal, this person got minutes, who's
Yeah.
fresh, who's not. Um, you know.
That's why I
So
think
I
after
believe,
after that, it's like our lineup will probably be I still think Isaac will probably get the nod ahead of Ekitike just because of the fact that it's the signing he really wanted. So I think that will probably be the starting 11. Going off exactly like what you
mm,
said there, form, international break. Yeah, I think that will probably be our starting 11s. Maybe Isak just over Ekitike.
mm. Look, we've said this before about our signings and about players, and it'll be the best fixture. But this really would be the best fixture for somebody like Isak to score, Florian Wirtz to get an assist, Mo Salah to maybe score again for Liverpool. Um, it really, really would be. It really, really would be.
But
And
tell me,
we could,
yeah. So you
yep.
can finish off there.
No, no, no. What you want to know?
I was gonna say, you saw how Chelsea realized that Liverpool is a bit wounded and they brought the game to us. Like,
Mm.
okay, fair enough, we playing at Anfield and stuff. Do you think United will they have any sort of balls to bring the game to us also, or do you think
Um,
they realize, oh shit, it's Anfield, it's Liverpool, let's just sit back.
Look, they did it last season. They did it when they realized that we were drawing and it carried on being a draw. Amad Diallo was literally running us on that wing. Amad Diallo kept on smashing Liverpool on the wing, crossing the balls in. And I can't remember if it was Amad Diallo himself or another winger that smashed the ball across the goal where Harry Maguire should have scored. So they came, they took the game to us towards the end, and that's what United do. It's like they play out the game if it's a draw, if it's a 1-1 or nil-nil, and then they slowly, gradually get back in the game when that happens. So, as I said, I really do hope that Liverpool can score early because if we do score early, I think United will collapse very badly, very, very badly. Um,
Yeah,
I think that they can collapse very badly if that happens. They won't have any stability or structure. And also for Liverpool, after three games, to finally see our side score first. We didn't score first
yeah,
against Palace. We didn't score at all against Galatasaray. We equalized against Chelsea and then we lost at the end.
yeah,
So to see our team actually score first would be a very, very, very nice thing to see. I mean, it's something that's like I really hope can happen for Liverpool because as I said,
yeah,
the fixture before this was 1-1. The one before that was completely nil-nil. It was a stalemate. So yeah, I mean, we gotta look at it and we gotta do it.
yeah. True, true. Yeah, if there's any other comments, if you guys have any other questions and stuff, let us know.
Yeah,
Nikhil, if there's any other
definitely.
closing remarks, also we can speak about them.
Look, my prediction looking at this game for Liverpool is 3-0. 3-0 for Liverpool is what I'm looking at. I believe that the defense now needs to wake up. I don't think United have a proper attack of how they want to play. Um, but I think if Matthias Junior is still injured, they will play the way they played against Sunderland, which was Sesko, Mbemo, and Mason Mount playing.
Mount,
And
yeah,
Mbemo is very dangerous. He really is. He's a proven Premier League striker. Um, so our centre backs really have to be on form. But yeah, I think I'm saying 3-0 for Liverpool. I'm not saying 3-1. I don't. I hope Liverpool don't give them the privilege to score at Anfield. Um, but yeah, I'm just going 3-0 Liverpool. and hoping that we can get the goals. I would say the goal comes from Mo Salah, one of them from Mo
Of course,
Salah.
yeah. Yeah, yeah.
The other one, Cody Gakpo, only because he loves scoring in important games for Liverpool. Cody
Also
Gakpo
love scoring against United at Anfield.
against United. So Cody Gakpo, and I mean he's the one that started off that goal again in the 7-0 where he cut in
Yeah,
from
yeah,
the Robertson pass and smashed it in the bottom corner. From then he continued carry on doing the typical cut in his the rest of his life.
yeah. Yeah,
I think Mo Salah, I think Cody Gakpo, and look, I'll pull your more Florian Wirtz.
yeah. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I also, okay. So I'm predicting 3-1. I just don't see us being that stable defensively. But maybe Joe Gomez starting would change that, and it could then be 3-0. All depends
The
on who
thing,
starts because we still don't know if
you know,
Konate is going to be ruled out.
the thing I don't like about Konate is Van Dijk stays back and Konate steps forward. But when he steps forward, he does it like so suspect and so clunky that like he kind of is not being confident in himself when he's holding the ball. Like his
Yeah,
body
yeah, yeah,
movement and language looks so sus that it's almost like he's going to lose the ball, he's going to fall, he's going to get intercepted. Replica
yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
Mamadou Sakho. Replica of
Yeah, yeah,
Mamadou
yeah.
Sakho.
No, for real, for real. He's always been that awkward player. I won't even lie. He
Always.
was always a, but now it's
His
like,
stride
ish,
His stride looks
confidence.
awkward. Holding the ball looks awkward. Even when the back passes
Passing
are
look
given
also
to him
awkward.
and he
Yeah,
wants to pass it to Van Dijk or the goalkeeper or left back, he looks sus. But Van Dijk, as I said, he either gives you a 10 out of 10 performance or a 2 out of 10 performance. It's like if he makes one or two good tackles, he has the confidence to carry on doing it. But when he knows the crowd are on his back and he knows he's messed up one or two times, it continues. But I don't want to
yeah,
see that. I don't want to see if he F's up that Gravenberch now goes to centre back and things because no, we don't want to see that. And in the midfield
yeah,
battle, I don't think there's any conversation. There's no ways that you're telling me that Bruno Fernandes and Casemiro or Bruno Fernandes and Ugarte can keep up with Soboslai Wirtz and Gravenberch because either
yeah.
Casemiro or Ugarte, they do not have the legs. You saw how Casemiro got exposed in the
That's why I
3-0
want
win for
Verts to. That's
Trafford.
why I want Verts and Soboslai to be a partnership because Verts also has maybe doesn't have that physicality, but he can
Mm,
definitely run rings around those two. And then
yeah.
Soboslai has the physicality and the stamina to run rings as well. So that's why I feel like those two, yeah, midfield battle is no competition, in my opinion. And then yeah, I think United they just if you're going off like if you're going off battles and 1v1s and situations, then defensively I feel like our combination of Vert, Salah, Isak, and Gakpo should unlock their defense. But by the way, we're touching on United now no, and the previous game with Sunderland. You know where Mason Mount played in that game and in that formation and in that system.
Mm,
Verts would be a superstar if Liverpool adopts that exact same thing. If Verts was doing what Mount was doing at United, because being in that left attacking mid, left half space
mm,
between the striker and the wing back, that's exactly where Verts operates. Even when he played left wing there in that other game against what was it Galatasaray? Remember
mm.
how he drafted into the midfield? It's just a way. It's his natural way of playing. He
Yeah,
does. It's
he
not a
just
touchline
needs
winger.
to he needs to just find the confidence of being able to play his game because right now he doesn't he doesn't have the luxury on the ball the way maybe he did in the Bundesliga, in the Premier League. When he has the
Yeah,
ball, they are on you, they want to tackle you, they want to high press you. You just need to be able to manage that. So I'm
yeah,
very curious to see how he plays against United. I really am. I just want to see more of him and more of him. I don't want him to get benched. You know, and yeah, just taking it from there. But who knows? Slot might go back to basics again and end up playing Gravenberch, McAllister, Soboslai against United, but I highly doubt so. I
and
highly
McAllister
doubt
must get dropped
he
for.
would do that.
McAllister
Yeah,
after international break also is a whole different player. He's already terrible now.
yeah,
He'll be even worse.
he needs to just come back and being able to just gel back into the team. So yeah, love him as a player, such a humble and nice guy.
Oh, I definitely
But
love him, but right now the form he needs to earn it back. Like right now, I
yeah,
rather have
definitely,
Birds was like,
he really needs to
and
earn it back.
I'm talking about form and I'm putting Birds in this team, but like just give Birds I guess
No,
the time
it's
still.
not in terms of form, it's in terms of the energy of the player. Like Wirtz is a more explosive, energetic player than McAllister. Right now, McAllister is much slower.
Yeah,
And in this
yeah,
game, and also McAllister loves being fouled. He is a freaking foul magnet, literally. And
yeah,
against
yeah.
United, if you play
Everyone
him,
loves kicking this
you
guy.
might end up with a freaking ACL.
Yeah,
Hope not. But
hey, let's hope not. Let's hope not.
but
Man, I hear
yeah.
you. I hear you.
But yeah,
But yeah, I
guys,
think
if you're listening,
that's how we basically touched on a few things. That we talked about the tactical
yeah.
approach from both managers. Probably we spoke about
Mm,
United's team and is there any potential of a United player even coming into the starting 11 of Liverpool? We had to
Yeah,
be settled on probably Bruno Fernandes and possibly Dogu because of how terrible Liverpool's left back have been.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
but then, yeah, I think on top of that, also we gave our score predictions. Just spoke generally about both teams as well, Liverpool's players, the international form. Yeah, I think we're looking solid. We're looking solid. I think
Yeah.
Liverpool can definitely win this
Look,
game.
the game, guys, is on Sunday at 5:30 South African time. Um, Definitely after the match, we'll be doing our content, but we will be doing a post-match reaction
Be
for
lively,
United Liverpool after that,
for sure,
definitely. So Corner
for
Flag
sure.
will be live during the match, the watch along. He'll be live. I'll be live after the game with him after he's posted his content to be able
Yeah,
to just get our pure reactions regarding this, and hopefully it's a good one. We need this, we really do. And
yeah,
just to touch on the fact, I think, and I might be wrong, when Liverpool did play United in that 7-0 and we won, I think it was just after an international break or just before, one of the two. And no one saw it coming for us to do that. And I mean, after the 7-0, Liverpool had bad run of form. We didn't lost to Bournemouth. People said we ran out of goals because we
yeah,
scored
yeah,
seven
yeah.
against them. Um,
True, true, true.
but I said it before and I'll say it again. This is the best game for Liverpool to come back and literally show why we are champions and why we want to retain the title. But anything apart from a win is a disappointment, a very big disappointment, and it'll be a victory for United because they haven't beaten any big team away yet.
Yeah, yeah. Exciting stuff.
So yeah, exciting.
Definitely a
Really
big
looking
game.
forward to it. But
Hope
and
you.
yeah,
Wishing Liverpool all the best. Wishing Liverpool all the best.
definitely,
Yeah.
this is the one we wait for.
This
But
this
yeah.
is the one that the eyes look for when the fixture
Hey,
list
this
comes in.
is the one. This, the thing about this game is, no matter how bad United are, it's nerve wracking. It makes you scared. It makes you worried. It makes you
Yeah,
think to
because
yourself,
your
what's
your
going to
friends
happen?
and stuff will still message you, man.
Everybody,
Even though United
bro,
are
it's
sitting cookies
fucking
and stuff, they'll still
everywhere. But
message you.
it's like it's crazy because even in the crowd, you just know when it's Liverpool United. In the city, you just know when it's Liverpool United.
Yeah,
Literally, I'm sure there where you are in Durban as well, the Liverpool kids out, the United kids out. People know. People just know when Liverpool are playing United. So
yeah,
it's a huge
it's a
one,
big
and I
one.
mean it's we got to do it. We have to do it. We have to do it. There's no turning back from this. Nothing but a win right now. We've got all the players we've wanted. It hasn't been clicking 100% right now, but it's Anfield, and Slot and even the players know that it's too embarrassing if we get anything else but a win.
Yeah, 100%. But cool,
But yeah,
guys.
guys.
Hope you guys enjoyed episode 10. We've clocked 10 episodes of the 97th minute. It's a big
Yep.
one.
10th
Hopefully,
episode.
episode
United at
11th is
10th.
going to be crazy. United special this one. But hopefully, in
Definitely.
episode 11, we will be talking about how Liverpool absolutely destroyed Manchester United. But
Destroyed, humbled,
for
and
now,
embarrassed. Hashtag name
so,
United if you know.
if you know, you know. But yeah, for now, hope you guys enjoy your evening. Make sure you tip your waiter. Make sure you hug your parents. See you guys in the next one.